I don't think it's bad for a man to have the ability to be violent. I think it's bad when a man uses his ability to be violent for the sake of violence.
Yeah. Well, and that's, kind of my point is that there is violence. We do live in a violent world. I mean, like you said, we use violence for entertainment. I mean, and this stems all the way back to Roman times, and probably even before that. The gladiators, and you know, give them games and give them bread and wine, and we'll be docile and controllable. And that same pattern is going on nowadays. We have so much entertainment, and a lot of it is violence, but there is that dichotomy of, especially for men, every man has a line that if you cross it, you're gonna get blasted in the face or worse. And it's most of those guys that don't have any foundation, don't have any training, don't have a male role model in the house that tend to have a shorter line, a shorter fuse. I mean, we just mentioned, Natsky, and he's probably one of the easiest going, most zen-like people in the world, and he spent his life training others how to defend themselves. And so there's that dichotomy of experience in a violent world, and I think that comes down to the basics of we as men, and we talked about this last episode, we probably talked about this for years now. Men need to be in young men's lives and young boys' lives and train them how to be successful out in the world. And a lot of that means having those tough lessons, learning how to fail forward, learning how to handle yourself, learning how to protect yourself, and having some experience in that way. And what we tend to see is a lot of these boys that tend to be these mass shooters or tend to be the ones that are out there causing issues. They didn't have that experience. They didn't have that training. They don't have the tools to successfully navigate the world. And so they're just reacting and acting out. And so we as human beings, especially as men, we have to accept and acknowledge the fact that for the time being, I mean, maybe in the future it'll change. Maybe we'll finally get our poop in a group and create a utopia and learn how to handle our issues without violence. But until that day, we need to be prepared for the instance that maybe there's going to be some violence in our future, and we need to be prepared for that.